you know, there are some times where I'm just like, when a Marvel Legends the product gets revealed, I'm just like, yeah, this is whatever. It's okay. It's not worth talking about. It's not really worth, putting time and energy into talking about. Some of them have been really good lately, and then you get this, and I think this takes the cake for one of the worst Marvel Legends reveals I've ever seen. Oh man. Oh god. Okay, so I'm playing this up just a little bit for laughs, even if it's not that funny. This is the way I deal with. I'm gonna be dealing with it. To not take myself too seriously here. Because I've probably seen worse in the past, and there probably will be worse in the future, depending on how long this line will go on for, which is probably going to be still for a long time. So I mean, I don't know. Just me personally, again, one of the worst I've ever seen. And I don't want to say there isn't a market for something like this. I'm sure somebody out there had looked at this when this got revealed yesterday and said, I absolutely need this. I respect that. I'm not gatekeeping here. Me personally, though, they can do so much better. And if you think they can't, I recommend reevaluating that opinion. I'll say that. They definitely can do much better. They have done much better in the past, and it's just I don't want to entirely blame the production team behind it, but there's just some things where I'm just like, how is this? How are we getting this? How did we get to this point with the Marvel Legends line? Anyway, I've been rambling on enough. You've been looking at the packaging shot for the Marvel Legends 6-arm Spider-Man and Morbius 2-pack. This is going to be a Walmart exclusive. Based on Walmart's website, this is going to be part of the Walmart Collector Con lineup, and pre-orders are apparently going up on July 18th, sometime next week. This 2-pack will be $50 and will be coming out this fall. I have a lot to say. And I would like to try to make this quick now that I've rambled for a while. But looking at Spider-Man here, this is essentially the same 6-arm Spider-Man we got back in 2018, 2019. The biggest difference being that they did implement an a ball joint at the waist. So this is still utilizing a lot of parts from the 2014 Amazing Spider-Man figure, which when you redo it in a comic style, I don't entirely hate it. Some of the proportions at this point now are a little iffy. We have other Spider-Mans that can kind of do a job a little bit better than this one. I definitely think that this should have been implemented on the Renew Your Vows body, since that's a little bit larger. It's the same thing as the retro body. And you probably could have made it work since there's already a ball joint, rocker system in the figure, where you just retool the chest and maybe retool the waist a little bit, so you include those extra arms. I do own this from years ago. I got it super duper cheap, $8 I think at one point, mainly just for fodder, which even then some of the hands and the arms are a little too skinny for other characters, even for Peter Parker. So I don't want to say it's useless fodder. Someone can do something with it, but if you want fodder, I think you can get the original mate. I actually don't know how much that is anymore. But the ball joint here, it really does not look like, to me, it's going to help a lot. It really looks limited in some of the poses that they're showing, and I'll leave links down in the description below where you can see some images of this 2-pack. And I really think the abs at this point are going to be more limited than there was no articulation last time, so that's the only plus I could say. But the range of motion just doesn't look existent at all with what they're showing here. Some people might say, well, they would never be that realistic to get all that range of motion at the begin with. Customizers have done it. Customizers in this community have done a better job than what we have right here. I have to be completely honest here. Okay, there's not much else for me to say there, and there's even less for me to say with this Morbius, because this is the exact same Morbius we've gotten in 2016, 2017. I can't exactly remember. I never picked that up, never thought it looked good. I don't think it looks good here either. It's on the old Bucky Cap mold. Some people will say they have to get their use out of this mold while they can. It's been like 11 years since this mold came out. I don't have an image. One day I will find an image or Photoshop an image of every Bucky Cap figure we have ever gotten and just slap it in one PNG and show you that they have gotten their money's worth enough with this body mold. It's time to officially stop using it. I can't stop looking at this body mold when new figures come out on it, and just see Bucky Cap. I can't stop. I can't anymore. It's just immediately when my eyes are drawn to the Bucky Cap mold in the worst way possible. There is really no improvements here on this new Morbius. I think maybe the alternate cape piece is different. I didn't own it. Maybe it's the same. Maybe they already had a alternate cape. I don't remember. But, it's the same head sculpt. It might have some of that photo reel on there. I don't know. There's no pinless, which pinless isn't always make or break with me, depending on some characters. But it would have been nice to see pinless on this updated figure. But no. They could have done a completely different body. They could have chose something else from what they've already worked on other than this entire 2-pack, and I'm sorry for being negative, guys. Some people don't want to hear it, but I'm just saying, calling it like it is. This is one of the laziest things I've ever seen for $50. No fucking way is this a $50 2-pack. When I saw this on my timeline yesterday, I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I thought it was a late April Fool's joke, man. It was hilarious to see. But it's real. It's not entirely necessary. I get it. It's a Walmart 2-pack, but again, I don't want to say who is this for because someone would want this, but at the same time, some people should be demanding a little bit better than what we have here. Like if there's even a slight inkling that this can do well, imagine what quality is going to drop with this line that more than it already has. I'm sorry, that's how I felt with Marvel Legends line for a long time. Other lines too, but primarily the Marvel Legends line. And yet I think I've gotten more G.I. Joes this year, even if I'm not a big G.I. Joe fan. I've gotten more of those this year than Marvel Legends, and I don't even get that many G.I. Joes. It's kind of sad. And I mean, there's bigger Marvel Legends collectors out there too. That's not really an entire testament of, oh, that's how bad the line's doing because TF Note's good. It's whatever. It's just it's bad. I'm sorry. This is bad. I believe this is again one of the worst I've ever seen. This is a new low, and I don't know. I don't know, man. They have done much better in the past with different things. They could do much better here. They chose not to. And it's really, really fucking sad to see. I will say, Joe Fixit, that re-release with the new deco, that looks pretty good. That's going to be for Collector Con too. I didn't get the previous one, so I'm more inclined to get that, but I haven't. I mean, that's a re-release of that, but it was pretty good in the past. I think it was using some Kingpin parts. Again, I don't own Joe Fixit. I might get the Joe Fixit in the future, but I don't know. And then we have, ironically, the new Bucky Cap coming out on a new body mold, which I think is good, but a Walmart exclusive. If it takes me like 4 or 5 extra months to get, the Marvel Legends I do want, that are Walmart exclusives, like it took me with the cartoon Spider-Man and the new Lizard, then I mean, eventually, if it means eventually I'll get it, then I'll get it. I'll wait. But I'm not pre-ordering anything from Collector Con at this point. Some of the G.I. Joes looked great, but again, it's not really my cup of tea. I don't really know any of the characters, if I'm being honest. Or at least most of them I don't really know. This is bad. It's not good. It's the opposite good. Oh man, yeah. I got nothing else. This is it. Wow. Yeah. See ya.